Okay, we have done the laundry of various fabrics, different kinds of natural and man-made fabrics. Now we must also know that how various kinds of stains can be removed with the use of household methods. So first of all, we can classify the stains into three. First of all, vegetable stains. Stains like tea, coffee, vegetable are called vegetable stains. Now, vegetable stains are acidic in nature, so they require alkaline medium to remove them. Next category of stains come under animal stains. Animal stains means stains of blood, milk, meat, egg, etc. Now, animal stains contain part matter, so they should be washed with detergent and cold water. They contain protein matter, sorry. They contain protein matter, they should be washed with detergent and cold water. Hot water should not be used for washing animal stains. Like, why? Because the protein is there and the protein gets coagulated with the hot water. So, if you use hot water to wash such stains of blood, milk, meat, etc., the stain will become the material of the stain will coagulate and will penetrate into the fabric and will become a permanent stain. Then oil stains. Stains of oil, ghee, butter, etc. are counted under oil stains. Now these can be removed by the use of grease solvents and absorbents. Then mineral stains like ink, rust, coal tar, medicines, etc. Now these stains should be washed first in acidic medium and then in the alkaline medium. So now we are going to discuss the all kinds of stains in detail. So before we start dealing with the stains from different origin, we must know what are the principles of stain removal. First of all, stain should be removed immediately. The moment you get a stain, you must try to remove the stain at that time only. Don't allow it to dry because then it becomes difficult to get rid of that stain. Then we must identify the nature of the stain, whether it is vegetable, animal, oil, or mineral stain. Then a dilute solution of the chemical should be used first to avoid damage of the fabric. If we are going to use any chemical to remove that stain, we must dilute that solution so that if we'll use the concentrated form of that chemical, chemical can damage the fabrics. So to avoid that, it should be diluted. Then unknown stains. When we know suddenly from somewhere we get some stains, we don't know what stains they are, will be called unknown stain. Then they should be treated in a different manner. They should be first treated with plain cold water, then with soap and detergent or hot water. If the stain does not go, then it should be bleached. Acidic stains should be washed with alkaline medium and vice versa. If we know that it is a acidic stain, we should wash it with alkaline medium. If it is an alkaline stain, then we should wash it with the acidic medium. Stains should be removed by the method of spot cleaning. In the end, you will come to know what is spot cleaning. When chemicals are used, the clothes should be washed thoroughly to remove the traces of chemical. If any chemical has been used to remove the stain, then when we are washing that fabric, we must wash it thoroughly so that no traces of chemicals are remaining in that, otherwise they will damage the fiber. If the stains on colored clothes, then the fastness of color should be checked. If any colored fabric gets stained, then we must know that in removing stain we are not leaving it, we are not allowing it to bleed or leave the color. Then it can create the patches on the dress itself. If the stain is inflammable materials like petrol, etc., should be used with great care. Suppose to remove the grease stains, we use these solvents like petrol. If we are using petrol to remove any grease stain, then we should be very careful because these materials are inflammable. Now, what are the various reagents we can use for the removal of the stain? First of all, bleaching agents, alkaline agents, acidic, grease solvents, and absorbents. Now, first we look at the bleaching agents. These are oxidizing bleaches and reducing bleaches. Now, how oxidizing bleaches work on the stain? Because oxidizing bleaches contain oxygen as the chief component, which gets liberated at the stain site and removes it. Some oxidizing bleaches are sunlight. When we put any fabric especially with the curry stain, turmeric stain, if it is put in the sunlight, it gets bleached. And sunlight is the oldest method or oldest agent of removing the stains. So what we can do, if we have stain which can be removed by the sunlight, we wet the stain and put it on the grass, because the chlorophyll, moisture and oxygen from the air bleaches the stain. Then sodium hypochlorite, that is also known as Jewel water, is also oxidizing bleach. It can be made by mixing washing soda and chloride of lime in water, and can be stored in colored bottles because it should not be exposed to the light. If we expose it to the light, if we keep it in the normal bottle, then it will be exposed to the light and it will lose its potency. Other oxidizing bleaches are sodium perborate. It is made by mixing borax, caustic soda and hydrogen peroxide. With hot water, it will release oxygen and bleach the stain. Hydrogen peroxide, next is hydrogen peroxide. This is the most safest oxidizing bleach to be used to remove the stain from especially the animal fiber like silk and wool. Then next we see the reducing bleaches. It removes oxygen from the stain and reduce them to the colorless compounds. In this we have sodium hydrosulfite. It is in the powder form. It can be dissolved in water and it absorbs oxygen and bleaches the stain. Then sodium bisulfite also absorbs oxygen to bring about bleaching action. Then second we have alkaline reagents. In this we have washing soda. Because it is alkaline, so it removes the acidic stains. Borax is the mildest alkaline reagent, is used to remove stains from the animal fur fabrics. Then ammonia removes the stains from the woolen garments. We look at the acidic reagents. In this, first we have oxalic acid. It removes specifically the ink stains and rust stains. Then lemon juice is just the same as oxalic acid. You can remove ballpoint ink stains or rust stains with the use of lemon juice. Then acetic acid removes if excess of blue is applied to the clothes. By chance we have left the fabric in the blue solution and we have those dark patches of blue, then that particular dress or apparel can be dipped in the acetic acid solution for some time to remove the blue. Vinegar is also acidic reagent. 1 to 6% of acetic acid provides whiteness and shine to the silk. Vinegar is mostly used for silk because it not only removes the stains but also provides shine. Then grease solvents like petrol, benzene, turpentine, methylated spirit, acetone, all these can remove any kind of grease stains. Then we have grease absorbents. Where we cannot use solvents, we use absorbents like bran, that bran which we get after sieving the wheat flour, that husk material of the wheat. Then talcum powder, chalk powder, because we spread these things over the stain and they absorb the grease from the stains. Then now, after seeing the different kinds of reagents to remove stains, we must know what is the general method of stain removal. In the first place, sponge off the stain by spot cleaning method. That means you start from the outer edge and move to the inner side of the stain, reaching to the stain site. Next, if we don't know what stain is that, if we find any stain on the dress or the garment and we don't know which kind of stain it is, then those stains will be called unknown stain. And how to start removing them? First of all, soak the stain area in cold water or in warm water. Now, after just scrubbing, after that, expose the stain to sunlight, so that if it is a normal thermic stain or something like that, it will get bleached. Treat with alkaline solution. So first, without ever knowing whether it is an alkaline stain or acidic stain, first we should use alkaline solution, because it does not damage the fibers of the fabric, and that too in the dilute form. Then if the stain doesn't go, then we should treat it with dilute acidic solution. Then even if still the stain persists, then we use oxidizing bleaches, and in the end we use the reducing bleaches. Now, if we have a stain which is known to us, we know that this is an animal stain or vegetable stain or a mineral stain, we can use the appropriate reagent which is suitable for that particular stain. Bleaching should be the last option. Using bleaches should be the last option, because bleaches actually damage the fibers. Use reagent in liquid form. Whatever reagent we are using, we should use the dilute form of that. Then rinse the stain repeatedly to remove any traces of chemicals. Once we have removed the stain, take the fabric, rinse it thoroughly so that all the chemical is get removed. Now, specific method of stain removal means ways of stain removal. First of all, dipping is to dip the stain area. The area where the stain is, we dip only that particular area of the fabric in the reagent, and then after some time scrub it, and if the stain gets removed, we can rinse the fabric and get the fabric free of stains. Then sponging, the stained part is placed on a blotting paper. We take a blotting paper, on that we spread the stained part, and then with the help of sponge we apply whatever we want to use to remove the stain. Then it is scrubbed with the stain with the sponge, and then it is rinsed to remove all the chemicals from them. So sponging method is actually good for cleaning the stains from the delicate material. Then drop method, the stained area is stretched over a bowl and reagent is put with the dropper, and then it is again sponged and removed. When the stain gets removed, it is rinsed. Then steaming, the stained area is exposed to steam from boiling water. The stain gets, the particles of the stain get swollen and it come out of the fabric structure easily. Then scraping and tamping, if stained material is semi-solid or dry and hard, this method can be used. We can take some kind of thing with which we can scrape the upper part of the solid material from the tightly woven fabric especially. Then brushing. The brushing is good for if we have mud stains or face powder stain, then we can just brush them and remove them. This is a table given for the to find out easy way of removing the stains. Now first of all we have taken animal stain and we talk about the cotton and linen. From cotton and linen how we can remove the blood stain, and then again then further wool and silk or synthetic fabrics also. If the blood stain is fresh, then just simply wash it with cold water and it will get washed away. If the blood stain becomes dry, then soak it in a solution, rub and wash it. Soak it in the detergent solution, then rub it and wash it. And the blood stain should not ever be washed in warm water. Then if there is an egg stain, wash with cold water. If the traces of egg are removed, then wash with soap and warm water to remove the odor. Egg has a very specific kind of smell, so that smell has to be removed by soap and warm water. Now this is blood stain also almost same for the wool and silk, and egg stain also same for as cotton. Then milk, fresh stain of the milk, blot up the excess milk with cotton wool. If the milk is there, then just try to soak that milk with the cotton blob. And if it's a dry stain, when you have fresh stain, you just take it cotton blob and try to absorb that extra milk from that, and then just wash it with the cold water. If the milk stain has become dry, then it should be soaked in cold water to remove the milk, and then simply wash it with detergent in cold water. In case of wool and silk, use only cold water. Otherwise, it is just the same as cotton. Then the vegetable stains like curry stain. If it's a tomato based curry and if it has become dry, first of all scrape it with the knife. Then soak it in a bowl of cold water for some time. The stain will get dissolved and the material will come, all the stain matter will come into the water. Then just simply wash it like a normal washing. Or pat dry the paper towel. You put a paper towel over it and try to dry that stain. Put liquid detergent, rub it and clean it with cold water. If it's still persisting, then stain can be treated with lemon juice. Now wool and silk is same as cotton. Turmeric stain, since the compound curcumin is not water soluble. Turmeric has a compound which is called curcumin, and that compound is not water soluble. So pour few drops of liquid detergent over the stain, gently rub it and rinse it with plain cold water. One can also use lime juice as it acts as a mild bleach. Now, if the stain still persists, then it can be put in the sunlight. Oil-based turmeric stain can be treated with blotting paper to absorb the oil. Cover the stain with cornstarch and leave it for some time, at least 20 minutes. Then wash it with detergent and rinse it. So it is the same with the wool and silk also. Now if you have tea stain, if it is fresh, cover the stain with talcum powder so that extra tea is absorbed. Then wash it with hot water, borax solution, soap. Rub them gently over the stain and then after some time wash it. Or soak the stained part in glycerin, also helps in removing the stain. Now in case of wool, silk and synthetic, diluted hydrogen peroxide can be used. Now in case of mineral stain, if it's a stain of ink, fresh stain can be removed by soap and water, simple. Then if the stain is not fresh, it is dried, then apply lemon juice and salt and then dry it in the sun for some time and then wash. For fabrics of wool and silk, soap and water can remove it, or use of lemon and salt will remove the stain, or the last option is to use hydrogen peroxide solution to remove the stain. Then if we have rust stain, soak the stained area in oxalic acid and after some time rub it. and then wash it in dilute solution of boric acid. Then the stain of rust will get removed. Now for wool and silk fabrics also the same method has to be applied. If there is a stain of lipstick, soak the stained area in methylated spirit solution and then wash it with soap and water, or just apply glycerin over the stained area and later wash it with soap and water. Silk and woolen clothes can be washed as normal clothes. Synthetics can be washed with kerosene and turpentine oil. I mean, on the stained area one can apply kerosene or turpentine oil to remove the lipstick stain. The mineral stain, if there is a medicine stain, wash with hot water, use oxalic acid or methylated alcohol solution to remove the stain. Soak in methylated spirit and wash. As far as silk and wool are concerned, the stained area should be soaked in methylated spirit and then it will be washed to remove the stain. Ballpoint pen, keep blotting paper under the stained area and rub it with methylated spirit. And for silk and wool also the same method can be applied to remove the ballpoint pen stain. Now, as I told you, we should know what is spot cleaning. You can see the diagram where the spot cleaning has been started from the outside and gradually to reach the point where the stain is. The cotton blob is dipped in the solvent whichever is suitable for the stain removal, and then it is rubbed over the spot only in a circular motion. The movement of the hand should be from outer edge of the spot towards inwards. Now this is called spot cleaning. So with this we have finished our laundry, the unit of laundry also.